Hello everyone and welcome back to Next Gen Ford Escort RS 1600 League from Bathurst. Happy New Year and welcome to 2019. Unfortunately we've got quite a small grid tonight, only 8 so far, so hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of drivers come in throughout qualifying. But Bathurst, a very well known track, very iconic, and with these cars the slipstreaming should be pretty exceptional, as well as obviously the tricky uphill section and across the skyline and down again. So we're at the start of a 20-minute qualifying session, which will then be followed by a 15-lap race, so we should have a race about 40 minutes long, which is 57.6 miles around this very technical but well rewarding circuit. Currently on board with our points leader so far from Zaxpeed TV, as he is just up the top of the hill now, up the highest point of the track. And I'll just run you through the points so far after 4 rounds. So Fun Zaxpeed TV currently leads on 85 points, as he pulls a bit of a gap to second place NGR Scuba G, who unfortunately is not here. WRT Scott McFall is in 3rd on 52. Scuba G is on 54 in second, sorry. He is Scott McFall is closely followed by NGR Lee. NGR Lee in the pits currently, who is on 48 points. NGR Lagerfani is in 5th on 39 points. JPH99 in 6th on 34 points, followed by One High Mofo on 33. Slidergas 28 is on 28 points. The Les is on 23 points. Fun Go Flat Out is on 15 points in 10th. NGR Fraser in 11th on 13. NGR Martin 12th on 12 points. Jamie F430 he's the one who's disconnected. He was in the lobby to start with, but Jamie F430 is on 10 points, followed by Robertson on 9 points and Shockshaft on 8 points in 15th. But we also have RDF1 Adam Morris in the lobby tonight. He's done 1 race so far at Bannock Bray, unfortunately didn't finish that race. He's looking for better things tonight. So let's have a little ride on board with someone who's about to start their lap. No one's about to start their lap, so we'll come back to that. Jamie has rejoined the lobby, so hopefully he'll be able to get a time in. But unfortunately, RDF1 Adam Morris is now disconnected, so we're having a few connection issues here. Let's go on board with the Les, why not, as he comes up the hill. Let's go on board in the cockpit. As he comes round up to McPhillamy Park and over the skyline. In fact, this is the skyline bit. And then down very tricky S's, walls either side, no room for error, and without doubt that will be some sort of action there throughout tonight, as we see the Les collide with the wall and lose a fair bit of time. And then to the very tricky downhill braking section of Forest Elbow, easy to overshoot, but the Les seem to do that alright there. And then the very long straight down the Conrad Straight into the fastest corner of the track, the Chase. I've noticed on the map the Les has got some company just behind him, so someone's picking up the slipstream. Let's have a look. So if we can see who it is. Adam RGF1 Adam Morris has rejoined, but we've lost someone else, so we're down to 7. He's not good. And it looks like Zaxby TV is the one who's picking up the slipstream from the Les. The Les will be the first one to set a benchmark time as he comes into the final corner. Murray's for the first time to set a flying lap. Gravel just on the exit, so very easy to run wide and lose a bit of time. But it comes across the line now to set a 2:51, which is instantly beaten by Zaxby, who sets a 45.1. So a fair bit of time for Les to recover there, but we did see him collide with the wall, so maybe a little bit of mistake. Who else is coming across the line now? NGR Lees is setting the first time. And JPH goes into third on a 51.7. JPH getting his first podium last time out of Willow Springs. Unfortunately, I wasn't here to commentate on that, but getting his first podium and a fastest lap in that race as well, so showing for some very good pace. Will we be able to keep it up again this week? Another very strong track for slipstreaming, so you never know. But currently he's 6.5 seconds off of Zaxby TV, so a fair bit of time to find for our usual resident commentator in Next Gen. But he does have a go at a few different series. He's in the Clios, I believe, and the Ginetta GT4s. So a very busy man is JPH 91. There's his 0.15 up on his first sector split, but we'll got RGF1 Adam Morris now on track, so he's probably on an outlap as he's just rejoined. NGR Lee has just started his flying lap. Scott McFall's at the top of the hill. One high mofo. Let's see what time he's going to set now. Around the final corner, and a short dash to the line, although it's relatively long in these cars as it takes so long to get up to speed. Oh, he's not actually set a time, so maybe that was his outlap. Oh no, track limits, no lap time because of track limits. And Lagerfani may be the same as well. So, oh, we're up to 9, someone's joined back. I think that's Jamie's just rejoined, so that's good. We're back to 9. We're slowly getting there, but hopefully we don't have these connection issues during the race. But as I was saying, track limit penalties are on, so if the drivers do exceed track limits during the qualifying session, their times will be invalidated. And during the race they will get a slow down warning where they'll be required by the game to slow down certain to a certain time, just to compromise them from gaining an advantage. But who has just put time in? Scott McFall goes into second, 47.0, 1.8 off of the pole time so far, but we've still got 10.5 minutes to go, so a lot of time left to improve on that. I imagine. Yep, there we go. These two are just coming. Oh no, they've put another lap in, but neither of them improved. No, the Les did improve on that last time, but Zaxby TV's getting a very nice toe, so he'll be pretty pleased with that. Although probably a bit close to really make a difference now, but as the Les runs wide and Zaxby TV now goes through, but maybe the Les can, if he can keep up, he'll get a nice toe from Zaxby TV and maybe further his position. The last time out was at Willow Springs, and we had a new pole sitter. Zaxby TV has got did get the first 3 poles, but NGR Lee was the first. Was on pole last time out, just before Christmas. Unfortunately, though, he jumped the start, got a drive-through penalty, and then got disqualified for speeding in the pit lane. I think he thought the game was going to slow him down as he entered the pits, but it wasn't the case. So he came into the pits full pelt and got an automatic disqualification. Zaxby TV gets it all out of shape at Forest Elbow, just to show us how easy it is to do, and probably lose a bit of time yet. 3/10 off his best time so far, and he'll lose even more coming down the straight now. But it was Fun Zaxby TV who took the win, only half a second ahead of WRT Scott McFall, and JPH 99 it was in a third. NGR Fraser and Scooby G were 4th and a 5th, and NGR Lagerfeni was 6th, and they were the only guys that managed to finish that race, unfortunately. And here is NGR Lee as he goes round the top of the hill down McPhillamy Park. Let's try and get a sense of how steep it is, as it's a blind entry into the S's. As you see, a little correction there by Lee. But other than that, fairly nice through the S's. And into Forest Elbow. Late apex, although he's missed it completely there as late. So a little bit of a compromise. Sitting in the bottom right, JPH 99, lap time invalid for track limits. He's had an absolute nightmare over the last couple of laps. But he has improved to a 2:49.5. But we're just going to stay on board with NGR Lee as he's coming, or he's in the final sector now. See if he can set a time to challenge his friend Fun Zaxby TV. Not using all the track, probably because he doesn't need to. Hitting 123 miles an hour, these beasts are quite something, I have to tell you. Just the 4 gears, Simple H pattern gearbox, 120 brake horsepower. But hitting the limiter well down the straight, and with the slipstreaming that these guys will be doing, they'll be hitting it even earlier in the race. But round the final corner for the just try and set a lap time. Where does he put himself? He doesn't. Ah, there we go. Yeah, lap time invalidated by track limits. That's a shame. So only 4 timers on the board so far, still just under 7 minutes from main end to set a lap time. As it's currently Fun Zaxby TV, just getting caught out by someone. I think that might be Jamie F430. Yes, it was. Maybe not too much of a compromise, but also might have caught him out a little bit. And I think that's the Les still just behind. Yeah, the Les is still there. 3.1 off the pace so far, but he's 1 second up on his best time so far. That is weird. And so One High Mofo's got a lap time in. He is in 5th, just under 5 seconds off the pace, but just setting a lap time so far, he's put in 5th, so he's probably not going to complain too much about that. As the Les is into the chase. Oh, I think he might have had to invalidate his lap time because of that. That's going to gut him. He's done so well to get 1 second up on his personal best. And then he extended at the exit of the chase. But Zaxby TV is coming around the final corner. Will he improve even further on his 45.1? No, very close though. 300th slower. The Les didn't set a lap time. Adam Morrison's invalidated his lap time as well. Jamie F430 I think's just started a lap. So let's have a little ride with Jamie F430. Jamie's done 1 race with us so far this season at Bannock Bray and come in 7th place. So will he be able to improve on that? There's 9 drivers tonight, so a fairly good chance of it. So these guys are running standard setup, so they've got the option between a loose and a stable setup, and that's as much as they can change. No ABS, no traction control, no stability control, just the standard set up for these cars. So it's all down to the driver, no assists. As you see, Jamie should be getting a tow from the Les, so that'll be helping him out quite nicely. The Les, as we saw last time out, was improving on his lap time until that extension at the chase. So not necessarily a bad driver to be behind. And NGR Scuba G has joined excellently up to 10. Maybe he'll be able to get a lap in. Depends how quickly he manages to load into the game. We've got just under 4 minutes left. Not the best exit from Forest Elbow for Jamie F430 there, but nonetheless he'll pick up the slipstream, which he'll be very grateful for. And let's see what he hits. How fast will he go? He's hitting 118 down the Conrad straight already. He's notching up to 123. Will it go any higher? 24, yes. Just about 124. Hitting the curb a little bit into the braking zone. Down to first gear, I'd imagine, in a second gear. First gear for most cars. One High Mofo has just popped up into second place with a 2:46.5, knocking down WRT Scott McFall to third. Looked like a fairly clean lap from Jamie F430, so he should be able to get a time on the board. Does the Les improve just ahead of him? No, he doesn't, but Jamie F430 knocks the Les down to fifth. Jamie goes into fourth on a 2:48.1. Just under 3 seconds off of the pole time so far. But don't let these times deceive you, everyone. The slipstream will definitely keep them a lot closer together. In the race. But if you are looking to join some online racing, some good close racing, head down to the NXTGEN Facebook page. And we've got a very vast array of leagues and cars to race in. We have races every night of the week on Project Cars 2. GT Sport has races near enough every night. I think only Saturday they're not. We've got some Assetto Corsa, Dirt Rally, F1 2018 also on a Thursday night if you fancy that. So Jamie F430's almost half a second up in just the first sector on his previous best time. And also we have some race room as well now. I don't know what night that is, but I believe that's been run as well. So plenty to choose from. Other than race room, it's all on PS4, I believe. So if you've got a spare night of the week and you've got any of the games I just mentioned, go for it. Give yourself a bit of a break and a bit of fun, clean racing, and see what you can do. Show your skills. Jamie F430 gets that a lot better around Forest Elbow this time. There's a yellow flag just at the top of the hill. Let's have a look, see if we can see who that is. Doesn't look like anyone's there actually. But NGR Scooby G has joined the lobby. He's in the pit, so he's not going to set a time. So NGR Scooby G, the man currently second in the points, will be starting from the back of the grid. Having said that, NGR Scooby G's not had the best season for his standards. He got a podium P2 in race 1 at Watkins Glen Short, but other than that, he's not really troubled the podium position. He's had a few fifths and a couple of fifths, and a sixth, I believe. No, he's had a fifth, sixth, and a fourth. So not the greatest results for Scooby G standards, but qualifying is now over. Jamie F430 is going to be first across the line. I think he will improve as well. Yes, he does by a second. Still in fourth though. The Les doesn't improve any further and stays fifth. Who have we got here? Scott McFall will come across the line now. Will he get himself onto the front row? No, he doesn't. I think that's RDF1 Adam Morris just behind, and he does set a time 17 seconds off the pace. That is not very representative, that's for sure. NGR Lee is in 6th. We won't be too pleased with that. Don't think he got across the line either to get another lap in. One High Mofo would be pretty pleased with this, in 2nd position. He's shown some good signs of speed as One High Mofo. Qualified, I think he was 2nd or 3rd at Watkins Glen at the opening race, but then had an issue during the race. I think he spun quite early on and never really recovered too much, but into the wall at Forest Elbow, just showing us how easy it is to screw up. But either way, he'll be pretty happy with that. NGR Lee not there. JPH 99, he'll be the last one across the line. And he's half a second up, so that's very good for JPH. We're into the chase. Knocking 7 bells out of his engine there. And then coming down to the final corner, Murray's for the final time in qualifying. Will he improve on 7th position? Fairly clean through the last corner. 4.3 behind pole position at the moment. He might move up a place or 2. No, he doesn't move up a place, but he does improve to 2:49.0. So I don't think NGR Lee got across the line. I think he's just practicing, just doing one more lap to get into it. But we'll stick on board with him, see if he does improve. He won't cross the line, I don't think. He's only got 18 seconds left. So I don't think he'll make it back across the timing line. Nice bit of action, sideways action there from Lee. No, he won't get across the line. So, qualifying over, and yet again, 4th pole position out of 5 for Fun Saxby TV, ahead of One High Mofo, WRT Scott McFall, Jamie F430 in 4th, Delez in 5th, NGR Lee in 6th, JPH 99 in 7th, RDF1 Adam Morris is in 8th, NGR Scooby G's 9th somehow, and NGR Lagerfani didn't set a lap also in 10th. So hopefully everyone stayed connected and we at least get a decent race out of this. As you will know, if you're a fan of motorsport, Bathurst can throw up literally any sort of result. Very easy to get wrong and make a mistake. We've got a couple of minutes now before the start of the race. But we do have a bit of a cry for help for some drivers, so this might be our last race of the season if we don't get any more drivers, as we struggled for 10 tonight. So if you are watching and you do fancy a go, just give it a go. Head down to NXTGEN Facebook page and hit us up. We'll try and get you on the grid for next week. And that race is Alton Park International. But here we go, on to the green lights, and we're away. Zaxby TV also, actually looks like he's been jumped by One High Mofo, but Zaxby TV has the inside line and will keep position. Scott McFall will be settled into 3rd. NGR Lee's got a good start, he's up to 4th, getting ahead of the Les and Jamie F430, but everyone's pretty clean through turn 1 as we run up the hill a little bit into turn 2 at Griffin's. Let's see if we can get a good on board. Jamie F430 is just in there. NGR Lee's up to 3rd now, and Jamie F430 is down the inside of Scott McFall. A bit of contact. Oh, Scott McFall's round and right to the back. Unfortunately, that's going to be very frustrating for Scott McFall. But if we can catch back up... Oh, the Les is round, and I think that collected Scooby G as well. Didn't quite catch how that happened. Scott McFall's got through past the Les. The Les is really unfortunate. He's quite often just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But One Home Mofo is still in second. NGR Lee, great start, gaining 3 positions from 6th up to 3rd. Zaxby TV still remains in the lead as we come down the S's for the first time. How does everyone fare? Oh, One High Mofo's hit the wall. I think he's gone round. Has he gone round? Yes, he has. Nice spin turn, I'll give him that. I'll say it looked like he closed up a bit at the start of the S's, but just clipped the inside of the wall and it's on him round. So we got just behind MGR. Lagerfane is just in behind in 6th. Scooby G in 7th. WRT Scott McFall should be able to pick up the slip string, so he shouldn't be losing too much time, other than the initial time he lost. JPH has had a mistake somewhere as well. He's 9th, and the Les is in 10th. Maybe Les had another spin, I don't know. Either way, no. Fun Zaxby TV made a 2-second gap already to NGR Lee. So will Lee, Jamie and RDF1 Adam Morris had also a very good start. Will they be able to work together and close down the dominant force in this championship at the moment? Lee, NGR Lee, the only other one to get a win so far this season, other than Fun Zaxby TV. But RDF1 Adam Morris, Jamie F. 30 are known race winners in the next gen community, so it'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on. So we're into lap 2. Scooby G's got a good run out of turn 1, and he should be able to slipstream NGR Lagerfane up to Griffin's Bend as he pulls out now. There we go, side by side action. WRT Scott McFall's gonna hopefully think that he can get 2 positions. He's going to get at least 1 if he can stick it down the inside of NGR Lagerfane. I think he has done that. Yes, he has. And now he's eyeing up Scooby G. He comes round the outside at the cut-in. Oh, he's been forced into the wall. Again, contact for Scott McFall. Thankfully not lost too much time. I think Scooby G might let him past, as yes, I think he I don't really know what's going on here. Scooby G's trying not to let Lagerfane through, I think, but also trying to let Scott McFall through at the same time, and he has done that, so fair play, good sportsmanship. That's what we like to see from our boys. But now Lagerfane under pressure again from One High Mofo. As we come down, yes, he's a bit of contact again. Oh, just about kept it out the wall, sort of. Scooby G had to really come off on the brakes there, and Scott McFall has got through. Off the wall though, oh, he's round again. This time it was all his own doing. Unfortunately for him, almost took out JPH there, and the Les goes through as well. And unfortunately, Scott McFall has retired. Such a shame. Such a promising race for him at the start, and his 3 podiums out of 3 will come to an end. Unfortunately, he has retired. But back at the front, it's Fun Zaxby TV who has a 3-second advantage now to NGR Lee. Jamie F. 30 and RDF1 Adam Morris also in tow. Scott McFall not very happy there. Bit of banging, and unfortunately first lap was definitely not your fault. But such is racing, unfortunately. Everyone has bad days, and yeah, not good, but you had a promising start, that's for sure. Promising start until turn 2. But currently, back to the racing. Scuba G is still harassing NGR Lagerfeld. Scuba G also at fault for the second incident on lap 2 with Scott McFall. But he's got the move done this time on NGR Lagerfeld, and he's up to 6th. Meanwhile, at the back of the field, JPH and the Les always seem to be together. No matter where they are, they seem to be together. We've had some good battles, these two, this season. And currently fighting for 8th and 9th position, but very close together. There's a head down. Yes, is for the third time of 15. And it's just ahead. Lagerfeld is... Oh no, sorry, I thought he dropped off the back of Scuba G, but he hasn't. In fact, the other two behind are actually closing in, I think. So this could become a 4-horse race soon. Potentially. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that one. But the Les picking up the slipstream now of JPH. I don't think he'll be close enough when we get to the chase. No, he's not. He might throw it down the inside if he's brave. But he's not that brave, or he's not stupid enough to do it. Probably the better term. But he is closing in, so it's only a matter of time, I feel, before the Les gets by JPH 99, and you can see NGR Scuba G and NGR Lagerfeld just ahead. And the gap at the front stayed to 3 seconds that time round. Both the front two guys doing a 44.9. Meanwhile, Adam Morris is right up the tail of Jamie F430. Let's see how this progresses. Oh, NGR Lee's just clipped the wall there. These two drivers know each other very well, so you would hope, with any luck, there wouldn't be too much contact. And in fact, I thought I saw someone dropping down the order. It was NGR Lagerfeld. He has dropped down the back, but here comes the Les around the outside of the cut-in on JPH. Will he be able to stick it? No, not quite there. But again, I think they are definitely closing on Scuba G. Scuba G last time round to 49, these two to the 46. So keep an eye on it. But at the moment, they're going to be holding each other up as the 3 white cars at the back of the grid. The Les is right behind. Come down, round the Freedom Park and down the chase, down the S's. JPH has gone a little bit deep, and the Les is trying to get a switchback, all out of shape. Manages to hold it well. JPH just clips the wall, and NGR Lagerfeld is probably hoping it all goes to pot for both of these drivers so that he can get 2 positions, or at least make a slight mistake so he can get through. But Lagerfeld is screwed up that corner, hitting the wall under brakes, and losing a fair bit of time. Now the Les right in behind. Look at this, can't get any closer than that, can you? He pulls out the slipstream. And we're side by side as we enter the chase. How is this going to end? It hopefully will end alright. We'll see. Yep. He got through. Under braking. The Les is going to have to go around the outside. JPH gets the apex nicely, and the Les also manages to get around, but I think that little bit of grass that the Les took held him up a bit. And Scooby G's off. Scooby G is off the track, and there we go. He's down back to 8th. Lagerfanny's going to look to get through as well. Not quite close enough into the final corner. But these boys, JPH and the Les, gained 2 positions that lap, so they are not going to complain, and they're up to 6th and 7th. One high mofo, a very lonely race at the moment now. Oh no, the Les has got a time penalty, and so has Lagerfanny now. So let's have a look, see what sort of times they've got. Both 1 second, so not too bad. Long race yet, still 5 laps, only 5 laps into a 15. But these 3 at the front for 2nd place are right bunched up now. I think NGLE may have made a mistake at some point in that first sector, as Jamie Ethelfleet is lining them up. Look at the different lines. He's going to try down the inside, a bit optimistic into a flat out left. He slips back in behind for now. Adam Morris is going to have a stellar view of this. He's going to be hoping for some fireworks. In fact, let's go on board now. Be a brave man to throw it round the outside or even the inside into the S's. You have to be right alongside if you even think about it. But the Les has got through on JPH, so Les up to 6th now. Get back on board for the battle for 2nd. Gap at the front is now just under 4.5 seconds, as these 3 are fighting hard. In fact, that was the fastest lap of the race by Funzaxby TV last time round, a 46.0. Interestingly, Funzaxby TV has not got a fastest lap this season, despite getting 3 wins and 3 poles. But here we go, Jamie F430 out the slipstream into the chase. I don't think he's quite alongside, but he's alongside enough for Lee to give him room. Lee clips the grass on the outside under braking, and Adam Morris is just going to try and get a cutback at it, or at least close the gap, which he has done. Jamie F430 wasn't quite able to get through that, and the gap between these boys is split a bit. Look at that, you can throw a blanket over these 3 for 2nd place. The gap up to 5 seconds to Funzaxby TV now. Yeah, turn 1. We'll come back to these boys in a bit as we keep an eye on the One High Mofo is now has made a mistake, as he's well in range of the guys who are just picking off people, the Les and JPH 99. And Lagerfanny has also dropped off the back, unfortunately, of the group. But Scooby G going a bit quicker than his best previous lap, at least his last lap round. And let's get back to the front as NGLE is up here where he seems to be losing time. Will he lose the same amount of time? He doesn't seem to this time, unless he runs wide, but no, nicely done this time round. So easy to run wide and just clip the wall, lose a bit of time and momentum, and then under pressure immediately. But no such issues for NGLE that time round, although he's got a bit shallow into the S's there, and he's looking to try and keep the car under control as he's a bit out of shape, but he comes away with it alright in the end. In fact, it looked like he pulled away a bit unless Jamie made a mistake. But tricky braking zone down here. Forest elbow, look at the inside, wheel lift off the ground now. That's what you like to see from a classic car. A soft suspension, lift the front wheel under turning. That's what we love about these cars. But further back, Scooby G has got past JPH 99. Scooby G back up to 7th position and now going to try and hunt down Les, who's actually pulled away quite nicely. And one behind Mofo is not too far ahead. There's the Les just behind. One behind Mofo again showing great qualifying speed. Just not quite the consistency that you need for the race. Oh, so I missed that. RDF1 Adam Morris has just got ahead of Jamie F430, so he's into 3rd position now. And RDF1 Adam Morris 3rd on Tuesday night in the V8 Supercars. They also need some more drivers. Only 7 or 8 last this week. And NGR Scooby G was 2nd in that. And I have to say it, don't I? But I won. I won on Tuesday in the V8 Supercars. My first NXTGEN win. But enough of me. Let's go back to the racing. Jamie F430 has picked up a penalty. Just the 1 second. Lagerfanny's got 2 seconds now. Oh, don't cancel. So Jamie F430 is going to try and hope to get back past Adam Morris as soon as he can. Or at least they can work together to catch back up to NGR Lee. And NGR Lee was the fastest man on track that time round, a 45.5 compared to Funsack Speed TV's 45.9. Gap still 5 seconds though. So a bit of fighting that these guys have been doing has lost them a couple of seconds. But Funsack Speed TV quite comfortably out front at the moment. Comes around McPhillan Park, and I found out during the holidays that he actually drives one of these in real life as well. I think just as a fun race car sort of thing. But probably the experience and knowledge he needs to know how to drive these things quick, and proving it's worth there. 3 wins already out of 4, looking to make it 5. At the moment, whoa! NGR Lee is going to lose a lot of time. He didn't know. I thought he'd cocked that corner up. But as it was, Adam Morris actually hit the wall. And now under pressure from Jamie F430, Jamie should be able to get this move done. We'll have the outside line into the chase, but he might already be ahead by then. And yes, he is. Adam Morris just sticking in behind now, and will try and pick up the slipstream. And he might be close enough to pick up the slipstream and have a go into the chase. Does he? No, he brakes a little bit earlier. And we'll just pick up the exit and live to fight another day. Go back, the Les still in 6th and actually pulled a gap to Scooby G, who is struggling to shake off JPH. JPH keeping him looking in his mirrors, and it's not really what you want to be doing around this sort of track. He's to make a mistake, and he doesn't want to be making a mistake here because he will fall at least 1 position. Lagerfanny's dropped back a little bit further, but such is the way of this championship. It seems that you can never be sure until the last lap. But NGR Lee still has the attention of Jamie F430. Adam Morris has just dropped back a little bit, but still in the tow, so he'll be able to close that in fairly quickly, I'd imagine. NGR Lee running wide at Griffin's. Jamie F430 is going to be able to get past, and he is through already. Up to 2nd position for Jamie F430. Now NGR Lee will try and work to iron out these mistakes, but he's under pressure from RDF1 Adam Morris. NGR Lee's going slow. What's happening here? Well, Don't know what happened there. He just seemed to let Adam Morris through. Maybe made another mistake. Not sure. But NGR League down from 2nd to 4th in just a couple of corners. And the thing is, there's a fair gap between the two of them now, the three of them now. So unless they can all get back into the slipstream, it's going to be hard to close down the leader. But Jamie F430, quickest man last time, 45.4. Look at the action and the attitude they're getting these cars. Look at that, slide the back end out. Lovely stuff. But meanwhile, JPH is actually closed back in properly on NGR Scooby G. And round the top of Skyline into the S's. Scooby G, a little mistake there, he's hit the wall and he's round. Is he? Yes, he is. JPH did well to see that early and avoided him. Scooby G has dropped, as we said, at least one place, whereas Lagerfani is there. He's coming. Don't think he's close enough though. Probably see him come out the back and shot in a minute. No, okay, he's a few seconds. He's 5 seconds back. Either way, Scooby G, another mistake, and the guy who's second in the championship, well, if it stays like this, he'll definitely be dropping down the table. It's very close in the top, from 2nd to 4th, I think it is. Yeah, 2nd to 4th, only separated by 6 points. Scott McFarlane, unfortunately, has retired, so he won't be gaining any further. But NGR Lee in 4th on 48 points. He's in. He's in 4th place now as well, so he's lost a few points himself. But he's closing back in on Adam Morris. But as I say, we're only on lap 9 of 15, so we've still got 6 laps to go after this one. Still a fair bit of time. And things will change, I'm sure. This league never seems to sit still. Last corners, we've had people bin it and lose positions. And in the case of some people, reversing it across the line just to get over the line. Cough, cough, the Les. Bennett Bray. Meanwhile, Van Zaxby TV still out ahead of everyone. Gap up to 7 seconds now to Jamie F430. Who is 7th. Adam Morris is obviously made a mistake because NGR Lee is really on his tail now. So will Adam Morris be able to hold off the green machine? Different lines by the two drivers there. I did think NGR Lee just took that too shallow before, but it seems to be his normal line. But whatever works for you, they seem to be getting through it, and it's both very quick through it, so seems to be a couple of different lines. Again, different lines by the two drivers. Adam Morris almost glancing the wall, literally skimming the paint off with the sponsorship. NGR Lee will now sit in the slipstream, and what has happened there? There we go. Picking it up, picking it up. Is he going to pull out, or is he just going to sit in and wait to the braking zone? But they're actually closing on Jamie F430, who's dropped a couple of seconds, so maybe he got it into the wall at Forest Elbow. NGR Lee's actually backed out, so backed out of that. I don't know, maybe Jamie F430 has decided to work together with RDF1 Adam Morris. I imagine they're both in a chat together. Meanwhile, I can just see at the back of the shot, JPH has caught the Les. So the Les obviously made a mistake somewhere. But JPH sitting in the slipstream and is going to reignite his battle with the Les. Never seem far away from each other. And both nicely through there. The Les does have a penalty. I think it was only 1 second. It still is 1 second. And remains in that position, and just as I was swapping, Jamie F430, I just thought I saw a flash of lights there, so maybe, I don't know, maybe it was an annoyance flash or letting you free flash. Don't know. Either way, he's dropped back to fourth, and Adam Morris now picks up second position, but under immense pressure from NGR Lee. And a slow lap from Fonz XV that time round. Only a 46.6. Come on, dude, pick it up. NGR Lee on a 45.7. So it shows what the slipstream can do. If these guys can keep working together, they might be able to close in a bit, but I don't think it would be enough. And either way, they want to just beat each other, don't they? Through the skyline. Amazing shot of the skies below, the scenes below. Second, third and fourth all in one shot there. Some good racing for the two steps in the podium. One person is going to miss out. Who's it going to be at the moment? It's Jamie F430. And Charlie looking to get back to second, where he's been for most of the race, in fact. Adam Morris has hit the wall on the exit again. He seems to do that a few times recently. And this for sure will give NGR Lee the position. As NGR Lee pulls out of the slipstream alongside, and he should be ahead by the time they get to the chase. And will Jamie F430 be able to follow through now? That is the question. Here we go. Bouncing on the limiter, 124 miles an hour. Free abreast almost. No. RDF1 Adam Morris is going to go around the outside. Will he do it? He has. He's done it, but NGR Lee's coming back at him. And Jamie F430 wants a piece of the action now. Free abreast as we come into the final corner. This is not going to end well. NGR Lee on the inside, RDF1 Adam Morris in the middle, and Jamie F430 on the outside. A little bit of contact. Adam Morris just get a little bit of contact on his rear, which sent him out wide. Fortunately, he was able to hold on and not lose too much time, but NGR Lee back up to second. Jamie F430 in third. Adam Morris having to settle back into fourth. So after all that, we're back how we were at the start of the race. And JPH, I think, has just lost a bit of time to the race. But One High Mofo is still not too far ahead. I think he's made another mistake. But we'll have a quick run through the positions. So Fun there. I've screwed that up. Fun Zaxby TV, championship leader, and potentially his last race of the season if the numbers don't go up, is leading by 10 seconds, running away with the show at the front of the field. NGR Lee in second, and here we go again. Jamie F430. Oh, NGR Lee's going all out of shape. Jamie F430 should be able to get a good run out of this corner and maybe get round the outside. In fact, I think he's going to do it. Yeah, in these cars you can do that, and he's done it very well there. Up to second again for Jamie F430. NGR Lee back into third. RDF1 Adam Morris into fourth, still in fourth. One High Mofo, a very lonely fifth. Started in second, but made a mistake on lap 1, I think it was. And now currently in fifth. The Les in sixth, closely followed by JPH. Just needs to get within the second by the end, and he should be fair and get the position on Les's penalty. Scooby G, a very disappointing race for his standards, in 8th, and NGR Lagerfani in 9th. But back to the battle for second place. NGR Lee just gets so much attitude on that car. Jamie F430, RDF1 Adam Morris manages to keep it out of the wall this time. But NGR Lee sits in the slipstream. I don't think he'll go for the position. I think he'll try and do what he did last time with Adam Morris and just sitting behind, but no, he's going for the inside line. They'll have the outside into the braking zone. He might already be ahead, and he is, I think. Back up to second. This is what the slipstream does, everyone. But Jamie F430 is still there. He's hung it around the outside. Yes, around the outside. And just tucks in. I thought he might have another go, but he probably didn't want to lose too much time on the exit. So wise driving there by Jamie. NGR Lee defends heavily there. Jamie F430 was looking to go down the inside, but there is literally no gap, and RDF1 Adam Morris now right on their tail again. Gap still 10 seconds to Fanzaxby TV at the front. Well, 11 seconds, call it now. This is excellent racing from these boys. There we go. Getting our priority down the inside. Into Griffin's under braking, should get it done, but this is a place NGR Lee might fancy himself around the outside. Meanwhile, Adam Morris is having none of it. He wants his own slice of the cake and gets past NGR Lee. He's going to try and hang it. No, he doesn't quite get around the outside, and he will have to settle for just one position this time round. But some higher quality racing from these boys. Second, third, fourth, throw a blanket over them. This is the sort of racing we've come to expect from these drivers. This championship does throw it up. In race one, what track were we at race one? Watkins Glen. We had four car battle for second. Race 2 at Laguna Seca, we had a battle for the lead. NGR Lee and Select-Speed TV and Scotland Falls there as well, so 3-car battle for the lead. Bannock Bray, we had a 3-car battle for second, I think it was. And here, Rye Springs, although I didn't see it live, I've watched the replay back of some of the onboards, and there was a 3-car battle for the lead there as well. And yet again, here we are, 3 cars battling for second. And it's not the same drivers each time either. Jamie F13 and Adam Morris have only done one race in this championship as well. So it shows that you can just jump in and potentially be quite competitive. But here comes Adam Morris, pulls out the slipstream, takes the inside line into the chase. He'll have the outside line under braking. Jamie F430 will still keep the position, I'd imagine. NGR Lee might be looking to get a better exit and then cut back into the final corner. Here comes Lee. Not quite close enough, I don't think, so have a go. Either way, if he does, he'll probably lose a fair bit of time, but in the background again you can see JPH has actually got past the Les now, but we'll come back to that in a minute as the Lee has almost lost it out of the final corner. So easy to run wide. Lost a fair bit of time, he's off the throttle. No, he's lost a load of time, but Les has dropped back a position to JPH, but here we go. Having a look around the outside, JPH defends the inside well. Both using a lot of curb. Lee's looked for the cutback. Les has looked for a cutback. He's going to have to go round the outside again. Man, I'm good at that saying, aren't I? But JPH defends. And Les get the switch. He can. Excellent driving. Les will get the switch here. Oh no, he didn't. He didn't quite get it. Okay, maybe he pulled out. Get the move done on the inside this time round into turn 1. Oh, no, he won't. JPH, well held. Can't. And he got the better run as well. So Les didn't quite get a good enough exit out of Hell Corner. Might have been better off just letting off the brakes a little bit and forcing JPH just to pull out. But either way, that's the way it is. Oh, Fanzaxby TV's picked up a penalty. Just saw that come on just as we crossed 4 seconds. So that's closed the gap. What is it? 11 seconds at the moment. So he's still comfortably 7 seconds ahead of Jamie, who's also got a penalty. However, RDF1 Adam Morris does not. So RDF1 Adam Morris currently ahead on the time sheets, not on track, of Jamie F430 as they head into Forest Elbow, who are the 13th time of 15, where Adam Morris has struggled a little bit out of that corner, but he's going to get the slipstream. Don't think he'll be close enough into the chase though. No, he wasn't quite able to do it, and in fact he's lost a bit of time by running wide, I think. We're on the penultimate lap now. Fun Zaxby TV is 2:54 that time round, so he's lost it. 2:54? Well, no, it can't be. He wasn't 8 seconds slow, he wasn't 20 seconds ahead. Either way, he's on the penultimate lap. Ahead of Jamie F430, who's now got IRDF1 Adam Morris alongside. Jamie should be able to keep position with the inside into turn 2. But sends Adam the long way round. Still side by side. Adam's going to have the inside line for the cut-in. Here we go. Room given by both, so that's good to see. Jamie's still there. This is incredible. Side by side. All the way through turn 2, turn 3, and now turn 4, and now Jamie F430 has just about managed to reclaim his second position, or hold on to his second position, probably a better way of putting it. JPH has lost a few seconds to... no, Les has lost a few seconds to JPH, so that battle seems to be over for now. But here is the only battle on track currently. It's between Jamie F430 and RDF1 Adam Morris for second position in the Ford Escort RS 1600 League from NXTGEN Racing. If you are interested at all, make sure you get down to NXTGEN Racing on Facebook. We've got plenty of leagues to sign up for. We're desperately looking for drivers for this for next week, so please do come and join us next Thursday at 8 o'clock. We'll be at Alton Park International. Hopefully, although having said that, if we don't get enough drivers we might pull the plug on this series, unfortunately. But unfortunately for Adam Morris, he did run wide again at Forest Elbow and has lost almost a second to Jamie F430. So is that enough of a gap now for Jamie F430 to secure the second spot on the podium ahead of RDF1 Adam Morris? But it's this man, Fun Zaxby TV, in the beige and black car, who's coming across the line now to start his final lap. He has got a penalty. I think it's still 4 seconds. Yep, still 4 seconds. He will be 10 seconds ahead of Adam Morris at the end of the race if it stays as it is. So very in command there, but in fact Jamie F430 has lost a bit of time, I think, to RDF1 Adam Morris. So it could still be on for this battle for second place. NGR Lee trying his hardest to close the gap, but he's 2 seconds down on these boys. One High Mofo, still a very lonely race, in 5th position. But JPH has pushed on well. I'll give him credit for that. He's pushed on well. Fastest lap last time out at Willow Springs, and his first podium position. Currently in 7th. Probably will stay that way unless One High Mofo makes another mistake. But there's a nice bit of action around the final corner. NGR Scooby G, disappointingly for him, will be in 8th. And NGR Lagerfeni, another lonely race in 9th, although did have a fair bit of fun at the start of the race. Meanwhile though, Jamie F430, the action is not over for him, as he's still got the presence of friend and rival RDF1 Adam Morris. Adam Morris just trying to keep the pressure on Jamie F430, trying to force him into a mistake. Come across the skyline for the final time and down into the S's. This is where the mistake is likely to happen, if it will. And you can see he's visibly closing. Bouncing off the limiter there through the S's. And now to with the zone, Adams had fair bit of difficulty with, although he's got it right this time, and actually Jamie F430's run deep. Here we go, boys. He's going to get the slipstream, and he will get the position. Oh no, yes he will. A little bit of rubbing. Jamie F430 tried to close the door, but RDF1 Adam Morris was already there, with his nose just alongside. Respectful racing for what we want to see. Unfortunately, WRT Scott McFall didn't have that luck at the start of the race and retired. But here we go, side by side into the chase for the final time. Oh, contact there across the grass, and then Lee's going to get second. RDF1 Adam Morris's round, but here's the guy who's going to take the win. Fourth victory of the season. Fun Zaxby TV takes another win. Excellent drive, commanding drive. Lee's thanking his lucky stars that he has picked up second position. Wow, I did say it wasn't over till it was over, and these boys have just proved that. Lee crosses the line now to take second, and it's still not over between these two, bumping across the line. Jamie F430 has got a penalty, so he will finish behind anyway. RDF1 Adam Morris finished in third, Jamie F430 in fourth. They're going to take it out on each other. Look, Jamie just pushing across the line there. But nonetheless, excellent racing by second, third and fourth drivers throughout the race. One High Mofo will come across the line in fifth. A very lonely race, a race of what could have been considering his qualifying position, and that's his equal best position. Got a fifth position at Laguna Seca as well. JPH crossed the line in sixth. I think he'll be relatively pleased with that. Can he roll it? No. Velez in seventh. Can he roll it? No. It's another good battle between those guys throughout the race. NGR Scuba G, 8th position. He's going to take him out. Go on. No. And NGR Lagerfani come across the line for 9th position. Bit of a lonely race, but had fun at the start. Four-way battle for 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th. Fortunately come out at the back of that. But another very entertaining race. Considering the numbers of few, the racing is good quality. And who got fastest lap this time round? 44.9. 44.9. Fun Zaxby TV got his first fastest lap of the race. So he got the triple whammy there: pole, fastest lap and the win in what could be our final race. But if we get numbers throughout the rest of the season, guys, please do join us. Just check us out on the Facebook page and look at our calendar, look at our formation, our format. It's thoroughly enjoyable to watch, so I imagine it's thoroughly enjoyable to drive, as these 9 guys, 10 guys, including WRT Scott McFall, showed. Obviously, some have bad days, some have good days, but it was a good day for Fun Zaxby TV, who takes his 4th victory out of 5 races. Although it doesn't paint the whole picture of the season so far. He has been put under pressure a few times. NGR Lee takes 2nd place from what looked to be a doomed 4th place after he lost places to RDF1 Adam Morris, Jamie F430. Those two colliding at the chase on the final lap. One High Mofo, lonely race in 5th, JPH 99 6th, Belez 7th, NGR Scooby G 8th, NGR Lagerfani in 9th, and WRT Scott McFall unfortunately didn't finish. But head over to his Facebook page, good Facebook page, part of the strong team. I'm sure he'll welcome the support, and just drop him a message as well. And also the fun team, Zach Speed's in. They're very worth a watch as well, and have a look at them. So thank you very much everyone for joining us for round 5 at Bathurst. Hopefully we will be back next week at Alton Park International. But either way, it's been a pleasure to watch this and commentate over it for you. And thank you all, and good night.